Operators in C. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical operations. So in C we have several operators. First one is the arithmetic operator, which is used to do the arithmetic operations and all. Then next is the relational operators. Then third one is the logical operator. Then bitwise operator. Then assignment operator and conditional operators. So the first operator is the arithmetic operators. In arithmetic operators we have several operators like plus, minus, star for multiplication, slash for division, then modulus, then increment and decrement operators. So what all these operators does? So while taking plus operator, as we all know, it adds the two operands. It is used to add the two operands. If one operand is A and another operand is B, A plus B will give the sum of these two operands. Similarly, the minus sign is for the subtraction. So it subtracts the second operator from the first operator. And star is used for multiplication. So A star B will give the product of A and B. Then this division operator will give the quotient when A is divided by B. Then comes the modulus operator. It returns the remainder when A is divided by B, if A and B are two operands. Then this is the increment operator, plus plus. If we give A plus plus, it will increment the value of A. Suppose if the value of A is 5 at present and we give A plus plus, it increases the value to 6. Similarly, A minus minus will decrement the value of A. If suppose A is 5, it decreases the value to 4 on giving A minus minus. So we are considering an example here. Int A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 4. These two are the two operands. So here int C will store the sum of A and B, that is A plus B. So we use the plus operator here. So A plus B, that is 5 plus 4 will store 9 in C. Similarly, A minus B, that is 5 minus 4 will give 1. So 1 will be stored in D. At the same time, here multiplication is used. So A into B, that is 5 into 4, which is 20. 20 is stored in E. All these are integers. Then int F will store the quotient when A is divided by B, that is A by B will give the quotient as 1, that is 5 by 4, 5 divided by 4. So F will store 1. And here G, A modulus B will give the remainder of 5 divided by 4, that is 1. So G will store 1. Here H is equal to A plus plus. A plus plus means here the value of A is 5. So when it is incremented, the value increases to 6. And here I is equal to A minus minus. Here value of A is 5. So on A minus minus, I will store the value 4. Next is the relational operators. The relational operators are basically used for comparison between two operands. So first relational operator is equal to equal to. It is used to check if two operands are equal or not. That is, if we are taking for example A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20, and if we check if A equal to B, it will be false, because A and B are not equal. If A and B were equal, it would have returned true. Then next is the second one is the not equal to. If A not equal to B, A not equal to B means if A and B are not equal, it will return true, and if A and B are equal, it will return false. Then next relation operator is greater than. In greater than, it's comparing which one is greater, A or B. So if A greater than B, here A is 10 and B is 20. So here A is not greater than B, so it returns not true. Then fourth one is the less than. A less than B, that is if the left operand is less than right operand, so it is true because 10 and 20, 10 is the smaller, so it returns true. Then here it is this is the greater than or equal to relation operator. So it checks if A is either greater than or equal to. If either of this is true, it will return true, but here it is not greater than and not equal to, so it is returning not true. That is so it is returning not true. Then next one, it is less than or equal to. If A is less than or equal to B, it returns true. Here A is 10 and B is 20. A is less than. This gives true, so it is true. Either of them should be true. It is true. This is the logical operators. In logical operators, we have logical and. Logical and is represented as two ampersand symbols. So if both the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. That is, if the operand A and operand B are if both are true, it will return true. If either of them is false, then it will be false. So here A and B, A logical and B will return false, because here we have B as 0, which is false, and only A is true, that is 1. So we get it as false. Then next is the logical OR operator. Logical OR operator is represented as two lines like this, and while considering A or B, means A or B means if any of the two operands is non-zero, then the condition will be true. So either A should be non-zero or B should be non-zero. So we have here A equal to 1 and B equal to 0. So here A is equal to 1, which is non-zero. So we get it as true. Then third one is the NOT operator, logical NOT, which is represented like this. And if it is used to reverse the logical state of the operand. If suppose the logical state of A is true, that is A is 1, so it will reverse its state to false when not A is given. If not A is given, it changes its state from true to false. Next is the bitwise operator. Bitwise operators are basically used for zeros and ones, that is bit by bit operators, that binary operators. So first one in that is bitwise AND. In bitwise AND operator, it is doing the same as the logical operator, but the thing is that it is applied in binary or bits. So here suppose we are considering A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. So the A and B, A bitwise and B will give 0. Then suppose next one is the bitwise OR operator, which is represented like this. And if we consider this example, here A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. So when we consider A bitwise OR B, we will get it as 1, because in OR, either if in two of them, either one of them is true, it will be true. So here B is 1, so it will return 1. Then the third bitwise operator is the exclusive OR operator. So we know if A exclusive or B will if we consider this example, it will be 1, because if either of them is 1 and another one is 0, the XOR operation will return 1. But in this case, if here A and B are 0, so it will return 0. Then the fourth one is the shift operator. This is left shift operator. In left shift, if we are given a number like this 0 0 1 0 0, it's a binary. So if left shift is used, there is all the bits are shifted one place to left, because we have written 1 here. That is a left shift operator 1. So the bits are shifted towards the left. So the result will be like this. That is, the 0 moves here and each of the bits moved left. Then similarly, the next one is the right shift operator. Same as moving to left, it should be moved to right. So if we apply right shift operator here and a right shift operator 1, so we get like this, because this 0 is shifted to here and each bits are shifted right to 1 position. Next is the assignment operator. Assignment operation, it is simple, but it is simply assigning some value to an operand. So if we give like A is equal to B, it is assigning the value of B to A. That is value from the right side operand to the value to the left side operand. We are assigning the value of B to A. That is the assignment operator. In assignment operator, we also have like this plus equal to. Plus equal to is same as A is equal to A plus B. That is, we are adding something to itself. So that is A into A, we are adding B. Similarly, we have minus equal to. Minus equal to is same as that of A is equal to A minus B. That is, we are removing something from A itself. Next is the conditional operators. The conditional operators return one value if the condition is true and another value if the condition is false. So the basic syntax is like this. It is mainly used with the if statements. So if we check for this condition, if this condition is true, it will return the true value, and if this condition is false, it will return the false value. For example, if we consider A is equal to 200, and the condition we are checking is if A greater than 100. We are checking if A greater than 100. If A is greater than 100, then this is the true value. 0 should be returned. And if A greater than 100 is false, then this is a false value. So this should be returned. Here in the case 200, A is 200. So 200 is greater than 100, which is true. So this 0 is returned. So this is all about the operators in C and their examples.